Good day to you, sirs. It's MinkiSan off YouTube. How you doing? All right? I thought I'd do a Star Citizen video today. I've not done anything clever. Not that my other videos were clever. Just that they were just a bit different, edited and stuff. This is just me playing the game and having a mess about in my new ship. I've gone for an Avenger Titan. The reason being is it's Vic and Jerry's fault. They kept making me think the game is great and everything's great, and I got really excited talking about the game. Mostly Vic's fault, really. Every time we play, we start talking about Star Citizen, and I get more and more excited. So I ended up getting another upgrade, and I've now got the Avenger Titan. The reason being is we were talking about the Reliant, and I thought, yeah, I like that idea of the Reliant. I had a look at it and thought, yeah, it looks like a really cool ship. I like the way it sort of kind of flies side on. I don't know, I just liked it. Star Warsy is what I was thinking. But it's not available yet, so this is. And I wanted something with a bigger cargo hold that I could actually sort of use. Wasn't silly money. I could melt my Aurora into this, and it was like sort of then £9 or something. But I've got a decent cargo area that I can use. It's a little bit more beefy when it comes to a fight, and a little bit more manoeuvrable. And as I haven't really played in any other ships, I've really not played in anything other than this and the Aurora. This is a hard ship to fly in comparison. I think there's a real big difference in the way that the ships fly. I was kind of getting used to the Aurora and could kind of do all right in combat. However, this is a different beast. I crash it all the time into things. I just don't. It's so much faster than I'm expecting. So I end up hitting the thing that I'm flying towards. And it just, yeah, a bit crazy. Plus, I like the way this is laid out. I really am looking forward to getting a ship where I can sort of walk around the interior of. I really want to get a Retaliator. That's kind of like the ship that I like the look of, but I don't know whether that's possible. Equally, this game doesn't. This ship doesn't give me too much of a head start in game, which is where I really want to earn stuff. Plus, it does this. Watch this. Oh, I sort of spin into my ship all fancy, crazy. Look at that. That's what I like. And I think it looks good. It looks really sort of space shuttle-y and spaceship-ish. But flies really differently to the Aurora. It's really surprising how two ships sort of feel so different. Anyway, this video isn't about this ship. It's not about my gameplay. It's not really about... Well, it is about Star Citizen, but it's not about the gameplay in Star Citizen, at least. I just thought you could watch this while I talk about something else. If you remember a little while ago, I did a kind of like, what the hell's going on with Star Citizen video? Where is it now? What's going on? I was a bit worried. Since then, my fears have been allayed. Things have happened that have made everything sort of seem fine. But it still bugged me that there was so much information that I'd found out that really gave me fears about Star Citizen, like what the hell's going on with it. And I've subsequently just investigated that and found out everything. And literally every single statement that I had heard, everything that I had heard that gave me bad or negative thoughts about the game, ultimately came from a guy called Derek Smart. So that's what this video is about, really. Is I found a Reddit where people have compiled a list of predictions that he's made, and then the updated status on those things. And every single one of the predictions are things that I've read in one form or another. So they've either come directly from his mouth, or it's been somebody else reiterating what he's said, maybe embellishing it slightly, but you can kind of trace a source back to this. So I thought I'd go through them one by one and then just maybe put them on screen so you can just see the ridiculousness of it all. So prediction number 1 is that Derek Smart said CIG will collapse in 90 days. That was on the 6th of October 2015. So as of the 1st of January 2016, CIG should have collapsed. Well, that's false. So that's a false statement. That's not true. That didn't happen. So then Derek Smart also said, next prediction. Prediction number 2. The entire Austin office will be shut down, leaving only a skeleton crew at a new location. That was on the 26th of October 2015. And this one is claimed as being false or deceptive. The whole statement seems contradictory. Either the entire office closes down or a skeleton crew remains. It is false that the entire office closes down as an indicator of things going wrong. It is deceptive. CIG is restructuring. Some offices are increasing in size, others are becoming smaller. Derek Smart says, prediction number 3. If they survive 2016, the next big piece of news is that the game is going to be ported to Xbox One. That was on the 1st of December 2015. So essentially, you look back, he said it was going to be closed within 90 days, and now they're ported to the Xbox One. So I mean, it's the guy's all over the place. I think he might be insane. Anyway, this says pending, and Chris Roberts has never excluded the possibility of it going to Xbox One or PS4. I'm not sure the Xbox One could handle this, and I think the PS4 would struggle. It would have to be a really watered down version, but I mean, I don't know how all the controls would work and everything, but I mean, sure, that's not for me to worry about. Anyway, I've got it on PC, and that's the best format to have something on. So, prediction number 4. I'm going to stop numbering these as I go, because I'm actually reading these out, and I'm going to forget where I am. So just the next prediction is, CIG just does not have the tech for seamless FPS transitions. That was on the 14th of November 2015. Well, that's nonsense, isn't it? Because you can get out your ship now and run about and shoot people. I've actually done that in game. I've been killed quite a bit, but I've done that, so that's nonsense. Okay. So the next one is, whatever they release as 2.0 is purely designed as more smoke and mirrors. Again, 2nd of November 2015. Alright, 2.0 was really buggy. And it kept crashing a lot, but it was a good place to start from. And 2.1, I mean, I've been playing now for a little while. You're watching the footage, and it didn't crash. It did crash at the end, but that was, I think, a bit of an issue. That it hasn't crashed there before anyway. I crashed into some stuff, shot away from something, so there was a bug. I mean, it's still buggy. It's still an alpha at the end of the day, so it's going to have bugs in it. But it really worked nice. It looks nice, isn't it? Right, the next prediction is, I don't believe there will be anything tangible in the upcoming AC 2.0. That was on the 2nd of November again. So whatever they release is going to be smoke and mirrors, and whatever they do, there's going to be nothing tangible. So that again is false. There's multi-cruise ships, there's a big map. We've got the whole of Stanton to the Crusader Stanton area to go around in. There's Port Olisar, there's the shopping area, I can't remember what it's called now, the Ark shopping area. There's FPS if you want to do it. We've got Quantum Drive, there's missions being involved, more missions are coming out, you know, all these things happening. Anyway, the next one is that 2.0 build won't have FPS, also known as Star Marine, in it. That won't have I'm going a bit crazy, but the 2.0 won't have Star Marine in it. Okay, it doesn't actually have Star Marine in it, because Star Marine is now just going to be sort of part of the thing. So it's just nonsense. You can run around doing FPS, so that actually is false as well. Derek Smart will be released. This is the next one. Derek Smart will be releasing all the names of all the ships going on sale at the anniversary stream. So this is him basically bragging that he had he's got insider knowledge, essentially. So no, I've got someone on the inside. So that was a fail, because he did not release any names before the sale. Also, he said on the 17th of November, key people will leave CIG after the holiday. That was in November 17th. It's the end of the holidays now. I don't think anyone key has left recently. This says probably false, as it's past the end of the holidays, so far no people seem to have left. I don't think anyone key has left, essentially. So that's nonsense. Right, this is the next one. Mark Skelton and Jared talking about 2.0, which clearly is not ready for release. That was on the 19th of November. This says false. While 2.0 is not yet going to be widespread release, same we did it. So an update to that is, on the 12th of December we got the 2.0 release, and it was brilliant. And then we've had 2.1. We're looking at 2.2 next, which is going to be even better. We've had 2.1.1. I can't remember where we're up to, but anyway, the fact is, what a pile of crap. Yeah, they did release it to a small amount of people, but they're doing things right. That's my personal opinion. They're doing things properly. They're releasing it small, making sure it runs well, and then releasing it. Okay, when they did release it, it crashed every few minutes, but we got to play it. That was the most important thing. Okay, and I think it's because of dickheads like this guy that are saying this stuff that they're kind of, maybe they felt they had to get something out to show that they do. I don't know, maybe that's not the case. Anyway, then he goes on to say, if it was ready, why would it need to be staggered? Really, why would it need to be the person who's written this hasn't written very well English, so I'll just read what they say. If it was ready, why would it need to be stagger released to only 1,000 people? So no, it's not ready, and probably won't be until 2016. Well, we were playing it in 2015 actually, so we were playing it in 2015, so he's got that wrong. Right then, the next one. Star Citizen cannot pull off seamless planetary landings. Right, do you remember that video of the seamless planetary landing? That was gone. Okay, next. The CIG business model. This is beyond the CIG business model. Is what he's talking about. Beyond this 85 million pledge phase is unsustainable. He's saying that essentially They had 85 million at the time. That was on the 21st of July. They had 85 million, and it's unsustainable moving forward. So really, that they've put false and deceptive. CIG currently raised 105 million. It's slightly more than that. Well, on the long term, it is of course uncertain if the crowdfund will continue at its current rates. It has proven to be sustainable beyond the 85 million, and thus the prediction is currently false. So it's still false, and I see the game doing better and better as time goes on. As more stuff gets in there, more people are going to buy it. They've separated into 2 packages, meaning they feel that it's worthy of 2 separate price tags, and then people can have the different bits they want to. Anyway, that's by the by. That's irrelevant. That's speculation. The fact is, it's false. Right, he said about CitizenCon 1. CitizenCon will have nothing tangible to show. That was on the 10th of October. At CitizenCon, they showed the 64-bit tech needed for creating the PU was working. It also showed the walkthrough of the Idris and the release of the star map. Also, about CitizenCon, they are going to show the opening cutscene sequence for Squadron 42. So this is the next one. This is basically him saying, I've got insider knowledge. They're going to show the opening cutscene of Squadron 42 with Gary Oldman giving his speech. Someone flying and landing, NPCs waving. Well, I mean, that was... They say... I mean, that was on the 10th of October. It's mostly true. The opening was the speech. No one flew or landed. Some people sort of waved. But, I mean, you pretty much could guess what the... I mean, I think anyone could have predicted that. That was good. That is sort of what we expected to see, isn't it? I think so. That was that he almost got that right, but I think anyone who wanted to make a prediction about what the opening sequence was going to be like or what the build-up was going to be, I would have said there was going to be dramatic music with a speech playing and somebody's talking about war and just hype, isn't it? That's the way you should have done it. About CitizenCon, the third thing he said was they are going to show Star Marine on the 10th of October 2015. They didn't. So that was false. CitizenCon, then before the fourth thing he said about it, they're going to show multi-crew again, which is that was on the 10th of October again. That was deceptive. They showed the current build of the baby PU, which includes multi-crew and FPS, which we now have, so we know that that's going on. So these things, I mean, they're older predictions that he made, but they're just showing that he was been wrong about a lot of stuff. And then the thing he said about CitizenCon 5, this is him proving he's got the inside knowledge. Okay, I've got inside knowledge. I know exactly what's going on. They're going to launch a new ship rumored to be called the Vindicator. It's the Vindicator fighter, and it's priced at $175. Then the update to that says this price has been increased. I've heard, so I'm assuming that's him saying that. That's false. The ship was called the Sabre, and the price was lower than 175, not higher. The 10th of October 2015. So, okay, fine. Now here's some other statements that he's made. Derek Smart, CRG only has 8 million in cash. That's all they've got left. On the 24th of September, he said that. Which is also false, because according to him on the 10th of December, they've only got 11.3 million left. So he needs to make his mind up on how much money they've got. Derek Smart, again, another statement. My goal is not to see Star Citizen fail. That was on the 5th of November. That's false. On October the 5th, he proclaimed burn it all down. To burn it all down. Idiot. Derek Smart, regarding CitizenCon, most of audience were staff, few were fans. That was false. This is another statement. 2.0 is not actually running 64-bit, but is cheating by using planets as an origin for 32-bit positioning. 20th of November. They've put improbable. What difference does it make? It works. It looks brilliant. So I don't care. 2.0 is not actually using 64-bit, but it's cheating. So if 2.0 is not using 64-bit and it's cheating, what difference does that make if it looks amazing? If they say it's improbable, I don't really know anything about coding to know whether that's a good or bad thing. But as planets are as an origin for 32-bit positioning, I think it makes him sound clever. Maybe he knows what he's talking about. Maybe he should explain himself a little bit more. The next thing he says is Kate Russell, creator of the I'm Derek Smart video, was fired from the BBC for policy violation. That was on the 15th of November. This says hilariously false. As of the 21st of November, Kate Russell is still listed as a producer. I don't know what the situation is there. I'm just reading what they say. The next one is Derek Smart says Star Marine was cancelled at SitCon 12th of October 2015. That says false. Star Marine is still mentioned as in development. If they cancel it, what? I mean, doesn't matter. Star Marine is Star Citizen. Star Citizen is Star Marine. It's all part of the missions in Squadron 42 will involve spaceship battles and involve you going down to planets and attacking ships and doing those things as a Marine. So I mean. Anyway, Derek Smart. This is the next one. Derek Smart vows to find out. This is the last one actually as well, which is kind of interesting. But Derek Smart vows to find out where the money went. All of it. That was on the 5th of November 2015. That says pending. Smart allegedly hired another firm for this, though no evidence has been provided by Smart for this. At the end of the day, right?
Quantum travel initiated.
CIGs, Robert Space Injuries, all those things, they're a business. Star Citizen's being made to be sold, and people need to be paid, and profits made, and all that sort of stuff. So the funding stage right now, people I think have a very naive view if they think that all the money has to go into the production of the game. There's a lot more stuff that's involved in the production of a game, such as marketing, such as wages, such as staff bonuses, that sort of thing. There's things that need to be done to keep a team motivated and working. So to suggest that people shouldn't they shouldn't spend any of that money on themselves is nonsense. It's just nonsense. There are profits in there. They need X amount of pounds to fund the game. They've hit all those stretch goals. Anything else is pure profit. Anything they do now is about a business model. It's about making money. So I just wanted to sort of put that video out there and say, look, this is where all of my information ultimately came from. That I was going around finding out stuff, thinking, Christ, everywhere I looked, it seemed to be there was negative information, and a lot of it matching up with multiple people saying the same things, not in the same way necessarily, but saying different things. I think everything you can trace back comes from Derek Smart, who has been out there very negative about the about Star Citizen and really trying to not necessarily deceive people, but really trying to make it as though Star Citizen is some evil thing that's just some sort of scam rip-off. And in the past, we've had a lot of these things happen to us in games. Think of the Stomping Land, with the guys that sort of basically took people's money and ran, and then did it again a second time. Think of the War Z. I can only think of those two examples right now, but there's lots of times it's happened, and it's played to our fears. But there's one thing that we can see when we play the game. These guys know how to code. The game's working well. Things are seamless. Everything. I mean, this is an alpha of a really complicated project, and I'm surprised it actually works, let alone works in the way that it does. You can play for a good chunk of time. You can complete a lot of the missions already in this little universe, in this small area, and it's phenomenal. The gameplay's fantastic. The way everything works, the ship's handled differently, and they're always going to be improved. I think the next patch we're going to be getting, or the next thing that's going to happen, is we're going to have physicalized EVA. So there's lots more to look forward to, and I am so excited for when they bring out planetary landings. There's some things I really want to see in the game that I don't know if they're going to happen, and maybe we should start a sort of conversation about what we would like to see in the game, what sort of things we'd like to happen. For me personally, one of the best things would be is if, let's say for instance, we're going to go and do a mission somewhere. We're going to go to a planet and we're going to try and capture some beast, or we're going to try and hunt skulls of something. It would be good that before you left you had to get your provisions ready, so you can't just get in a ship, go on a 2-week jaunt somewhere. You have to have your food, your water and everything else. So you've got to go somewhere, buy the supplies, you've got to go and get the things that you need. So before you leave, there's a lot of preparation to do before you go on a mission, so you have to kind of plan for things. Let's say you want to meet there with some friends. Perhaps we could do there could be, not like a tent, but some way that you can sort of land your ship, travel off somewhere, and essentially camp out where you're stalking your prey. There's so many exciting and possible opportunities, but I would really love to see that implemented. Some, not necessarily saying a really complicated hunger system or something, but you can't just go away for 2 weeks and have no supplies. Just go off for 2 weeks and live on air. You should have to buy supplies. You have to, at the minimum, take food and water with you, but you'd also need to take ammunition, some way of generating electricity if you're going to set up a base camp, to get away from. So get out of your ship, land your ship, move away from the ship and set up a base camp. So you need supplies for that, and then you can go on forays from there. So each day you can go out and try and find this thing, and if you don't find it, you've got to wait the next day, and it would be a really cool gameplay scenario. People could really sort of live out their fantasies in that way. Okay, that's the end of this video. Thanks for listening to it all. I know it's been quite long, isn't it? I think I've talked for about 20 minutes now. But it was important for me to say, I think that a lot of the fears that anyone's had should really be allayed. And I also want to show off my ship as well, which is pretty cool. The only thing I may do, I'm definitely not going to get anything else, but I may, I haven't really thought about it yet, but I may end up with a Cutlass Black as my starter ship. I don't know. It looks really cool is all, and it's got more of the things inside that I want, and I could do like a bit of everything in it. A bit of pirating, a bit of bounty hunting, a bit of yeah, it's just cool. It's multi-crew too. So anyway, look, thanks for watching. I hope you like this video. I'll be streaming again today, tomorrow, every day. Come and watch my streams. Leave a comment in the comment section below if you've got something to say about what I've said. If you just want to bash on me, if you want to bash on Derek Smart, if you want to tell me, really, what I want to hear is what sort of things would you like to see in the game that haven't been spoken about yet. That would be cool. So some new sort of game ideas, or even, you know, because people could then go in to play these scenarios out themselves anyway, even if they don't actually make it to the game. Anyway, thanks for watching. You're lovely people. I love you. Bye!
Goodbye. Yeah.